Hi everybody, this is Yousef. Tonight I'm going to show you one of the original, most authentic food, Iranian food, which they call it Reshteh, which is actually a kind of herb and noodles, which is the noodles, a special noodle, they call that Reshteh, which I'm going to go and show you. Now what we need is, I'm going to start it from the beginning, which is needs oil and Reshteh, which is a special noodle, as I say, whey. Here is when I make it, you know the time that you have to use this. For the people, the vegan, they don't have to use this, they can use vinegar, which my wife likes vinegar. And I have here is a lentil, garbanzo beans, pinto beans, which I soaked it overnight. And I have the herbs, which is includes parsley, cilantro, dill, and chives. Here is a for sure, this is the main thing that we have to have is a spinach, which I'm gonna chop that rough, but this one is gonna has to be very fine. Over here we have some spices: turmeric, black pepper, salt, dry mint, a whole garlic, one big onion, which I have to show you how to cut this one, and then when I go to over the pot, I show you how to do it. I'm gonna go ahead and slice this and chop those, and we go over the pots. By the way, if you don't have the Reshteh, which is a special noodle, you cannot find it, you can use the regular spaghetti instead. Okay, while those are cooking, I'm gonna chop this spinach and herbs. Spinach first, I'm gonna show you how to chop it very rough. Okay, you don't have to go very fine. That's gonna be good enough for this. Okay, I'm gonna set this aside, and I'm gonna chop the rest of the greens. Now it's the time for chop these greens, which is our herbs. Just get a bunch like this and put them all together. Go for the first pot, and you can do that with the processor if you want to, but for me it's easy like this. Now, when it gets a little bit brown here, I'm gonna add some of this garlic, not all of them, because I need those for the end. So I'm gonna add a little bit of this garlic here, and then just let it saute with this also. Now, about a minute and a half, I'm gonna add those lentil and beans and garbanzo beans. Now it's the time to add the turmeric. I put the whole thing in there with the black pepper, and for a few seconds, maybe 10 seconds or 15, then I'm gonna add all the beans in there, and here goes the beans with about like a half a gallon water, hot water, and let it cook for about maybe 50 minutes. Then we check on that. If it's ready, then we add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, meanwhile, while the herbs are cooking, we can fry our garlic and mint, make it ready for the final. Here is the oil get hot, and I'm gonna drop all the garlic in there and let it fry till it gets golden. Now it's the time to get off of the heat, because you know, as you see, most of them gets brown, golden, and it is time. More than this, it's gonna burn and it's gonna get sour, the taste. Okay, for our mint, I'm gonna add a little bit more oil, because it really needs the oil. And when it gets hot, I'm gonna dump all the mint in there, and right away I'm gonna take it off of the heat, because it's gonna get burned. So as soon as I put it, I'm gonna show you, as soon as I put it in there, when it gets hot, I'm gonna take it off of the heat. Okay, I think it's a time to add a little bit more water into that, because you know, when you put the vegetable and the noodle, it took all the water, you know, just we have to add it. Just make it ready for just when you add those in there. Okay, as you see, it's all these things are cooked, and it's time for adding the veggies on it. All the spinach and all the chopped herbs goes there. Add the salt in it. So we let it cook for about like 10 minutes. Then I'm gonna add the noodles or reshteh into this. Okay, this is one full spoon of flour with put it in a little bit of water, and I mix it, and I'm just gonna add it at this time to the pot. So it's thickening it up, and also it's a time to add the noodles too. Now here is the time for adding the Persian Style Whey, and again, this is the time for if the people they like with the Kashk, which is a Persian Whey. Otherwise, this is the final. Only you add the vinegar and fry mint and garlic, and you can. So for adding it, I just put a little bit of this liquid into another bowl. So I'm mixing some of this whey with it, and gonna add to entire ash. Then we have some left, which for individual, so I adjusted. If they want to add a little bit more, they can do it. Here goes your Asher Reshteh with Kashk, and also I'm gonna add some of this fried garlic and fried mint at this time also. So it's really is done. So these are the over is for the individual to add a little bit more if they like. Here is our asher reshteh. Here's the famous asher reshteh. It's done. It looks beautiful and it tastes great. So just let me know what you think and how you make it and what yours comes out, and we communicate. And thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.